Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So here's the next project. I don't know if you can see my head. Next project is a motorcycle project. So a little bit embarrassed at how dirty the bike is right now because it's just been sitting in the garage all winter long collecting dust. But it'll get a bath before the end of this project. So what I have is a 2008 Harley Street Glide. Currently it has saddlebags on the side and a sissy bar backrest. And then it has this little luggage rack here. And you can see how the sissy bar attaches to these. It's a quick disconnect system. This is bolted on. What I want to do is add a tour pack. So we go on a 8 or 9 day motorcycle ride. We just don't have enough room. It'd be nice to have a little more storage, so a tour pack on here is my plan, is to install one of those. So I think I've heard they're like $1,500 from Harley. Well, I went on Facebook Marketplace and bought one for 300 bucks. So this is what I got. I got it's a King tour pack. I see a lot of those what do they call them? Smaller tour packs, but I'm only gonna have this tour pack on the bike whenever we're going on a long trip. So most of the time I'll just have the sissy bar. So I wanted the biggest one to give us the most storage. So I found this King tour pack. It's, you know, I consider it an aftermarket, you know. Hang on, I'm trying to get the tripod. Camera's going all crazy because I'm trying to get the tripod. So, anyhow, let me just take it off. Okay, so anyhow, yeah, I found this. It's a Harley Davidson. It's kind of hard to see there. I guess the lighting's not good. It's got a nice cushion. Everything's in good shape. It says King Tour Pack on here. Has a brake light. I considered buying some aftermarket one on Amazon, but I don't know. I mean, they seem kind of crappy. It says Harley Davidson on the back. It's an older one. The guy said I think he said it was off of 2002. I don't know what kind of bike actually, but I just know it had this bracket on the bottom of it. I just took it off because I was messing with it, which is very similar to my seat. Oh, here, I'll take this off. Hang on, I won't make you watch this. I'm going to take his seat sissy bar off. Okay, so here's what I got. See, here's the sissy bar that I have on my bike, and it has this quick disconnect system, which is awesome, right? You can just take that thing off, put it on real easy, just clips right on there. So I saw this, and I saw those. When I was looking at the pictures, I saw these things. I'm like, oh, that's exactly like mine, you know? So it must be for it. So I went and bought this thing, 300 bucks, you know, can go wrong. But this does not clip right on here because, first of all, these two pins are too far apart. I don't know if you can see those. There's this right here, there, and this wider one right here. That's what these clip onto, you know. So look, they're too far apart for one, and for two, that would put the tour pack way up here, you know. And I actually saw some configuration where somebody had a seat that only came to here and the tour pack was here and the backrest was for the rider, which was kind of cool for a solo person, right? But for Ann and I, you know, we need the tour pack back here. And so then I thought, oh man, I guess I bought the wrong thing. Maybe I need a new bracket here, or need to weld, make something. Well, then I figured out that there's another bracket that goes on here that sticks back. And you get two more of these things. You get two more of these things that go here and here, which will hold this farther back like this. And I'm hoping I can keep this luggage rack here. This is a pretty cool luggage rack. Hoping I can just keep it there because it's bolted under here and under here. But I think I can keep that because I think this is going to clip on like right about here like this. And then the tour pack just bolts right to the top of it, which would put the backrest right here. Should be perfect. And yeah, I watched a couple other YouTube videos too of people doing it. And so yeah, so this is my next project. This is where we're at here. I'm missing a bracket. I'm missing the bracket that goes back here. I actually think the guy had it that I bought this off of, but he didn't have it at his house. And at the time, I didn't realize I needed it. I thought that would just clip right on there. So, and it was like a 3-hour drive to go get the thing. So I saw them on Amazon, the exact bracket. I think it's an aftermarket, but it's the exact bracket, and it was like 35 bucks. So I ordered it. It'll be here tomorrow. But the main thing I got to do right now is clean this up. As you can see, it's green. I don't know if you can see that. The lighting. This is a kind of a dark green. There you go. And the bike is like a dark gray, a real dark gray. It's so dirty you can hardly tell right now, but it's a dark gray. So I bought a spray bomb can of spray paint from the auto parts store. Let's check it out. I think it's it's pretty close. I think for my purpose, because these are black, the seat's black, it's sitting here. I don't know, I'm gonna spray bomb it and see what happens, see how it looks. So for right now, I'm gonna, I gotta take everything off of it. Take off, the cushion, the rack, the lights, the hinges, the latches, everything. One thing is he didn't have a key for this, but I think you can get them. I haven't looked yet. I think you can get them like on Amazon or somewhere fairly cheap. So I'll look into that later. But so anyhow, yeah, I'm going to start taking this apart, get all the parts off of it. I'd like to keep this King Tour Pack where it says King Tour Pack here, and actually this part's black. So this whole part I'd like to keep. So I'm going to mask that off. And then the same thing in the back here where it says Harley Davidson there. I'd like to keep this, but I don't know about, maybe I ought to mask all the way around. It's a little scratched up here. There's a nick there, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just mask it right here and just paint the green. It's kind of sucks. There's a little, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a little green pinstripe there. You can see it. But there's this green color between that pinstripe and this. So I need to, where this gray line is, need to mask that off right there, I think. That's what I'm going to do, and I'll just sand the rest. I'll scuff it up and paint it, and we'll see how it turns out, I'll take it all apart. It needs cleaned up a little bit. It's kind of ugly underneath. I think there's a steel plate there that's a little bit rusty, needs cleaned up. So yeah, okay, let's get started. Maybe I'll put the time lapse on and time lapse me taking all the parts off of this. So that could be cool. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm running into a little bit of a dilemma here. So I can't pull this wire back without cutting it. I really don't want to cut it. It looks like it's crimped in here. So I don't think I can pull the wire back, and I can't get it out because it ties to this harness here, which you can't see because it's too dark. That's the other end of it right there. Well, that's never going to fit through that teeny little hole. And it ties into here, which I'm assuming lights this up. These two lights on either side. So, I think I'm going to have to leave the wires. Maybe I can just take this cover off and mask around it. I was hoping to take the lid off, but actually the lid I didn't realize is riveted on. You can see that. The hinges are riveted on, so I can't get those off, so I'm going to have to leave the lid on it anyhow. Maybe I just, mask this thing all up in the wire, and then I'll just like mask cover that thing and the wire, and then even this foam. I don't want to take this foam off, but I'll just mask right around it and tighten when the cover goes a little farther. So I think that'll be fine. Looks like these aren't coming off either. They're riveted on there. So I'll just have to mask those as well. The lock should, so I need to replace, the lock will come off of there. And I guess that can stay. I don't know. I thought about painting the inside, but really I think if I just clean the inside, there's a bottom tray for it. I think if I clean that up real good and put that, clean that thing, that mat, and put it in there, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, see, there's that wire going to these lights, so I'm not getting that out. Hopefully I can just take these covers off. So I'm really not a whole lot. Oh, this antenna too, I can take that off. Okay, a little more disassembling. I just broke something. Broke this antenna. I'm gonna try to loosen this, and this thing broke right off. Dang it. Oh, there it is. That was never gonna come off without breaking it anyhow. Well, that sucks. So much for having an antenna. Well, maybe we'll see what Amazon and Facebook Marketplace have to offer, but may not have an antenna. Okay, disassembly. Okay, I got it all disassembled. All my parts here. Got them, somewhat organized enough. I think that I'll be able to remember how things go back together. So I was able to get them apart because the hinge actually unscrewed, See, this is actually a bolt. So I was able to take the bolt out from the hinges. Only thing I got is this here, this brake light, and I don't want to cut them wires to get that apart, so I'll deal with that the way it is. But yeah, there it is. I just got the hinges to mask off here, and the hinges over here. And this one, clean it up, get it ready to paint, but I need to wash the inside. I think I'm going to scrub it, soapy water, whatever, get it all cleaned up real nice. Yeah, the bottom is pretty much ready to go. Just gotta mask off the black around it, clean it up and paint it. So that's where I'm at now. Let's see, I guess the next step is going to be to just wash all this stuff because I want to wash that plate real nice. I want this to be nice and clean, so when I put it back together, you know. And the other thing is I'll probably, all of that chrome, probably steel wool, whatever, try to clean that up real nice too. Even these are kind of rusty. You get these cleaned up. So yeah, that's the next step. Start cleaning stuff up. I'll check in periodically with you.